set. The game between DLSU and NU. And LaSalle taking the first set 25-13. Again, not even giving NU a slight chance in that game. And these are the numbers. And the good sign here, if you're rooting for DLSU, 3 unforced errors only in that first set.
Very big improvement from their past games wherein they committed 22. So it's really a very big difference.
And those 22 are only in 3 sets, ha? Yun pa yung kailangan natin ibanggit doon. 3 sets lang yun. So, I mean, if you multiply that, let's say they maintain that level, that's only going to be at around 9 for them. Those 3 errors, 2 of them came at the start of that first set, but since then they've cleaned up their act, so to speak. Right now, they lead 2 serving 1. De Santos serving for number 2 team in the lead. Oh, got a good block there. Jacalarca checking if Castro got hurt. You know, we've had a few players getting hurt in the last couple of playing days. Mela Lopez.
A lot of teams have been losing
UP,
their,
yes.
well, I'd say, key players. You know, it's just, I think I can, how many teams are there without? Probably 3 or 4. LaSalle already has an injured player.
We'll hear about that later.
That's right. And we have UP losing Mela Lopez.
And then kanina si Mitra sa UE. Very bad fall. And, you know, I don't want to be skeptic and all. I've seen a lot of injuries in both sports on TV. And, you know, it's always sad to see something like that. But it didn't look good earlier, but we're praying that Mitra is fine. You know, sometimes volleyball, when you put things in respective sports, andyan lang yan eh. But you hopefully her spirits are up. Talking about Mitra, who got injured earlier in the game against FU, and another offensive block.
One good sign I'm seeing with LaSalle right now, you know, in the past games that we've covered, we've always been saying that the stronger teams has that tendency to play the same level as their opponent. But I think one good thing that I've noticed here in the game of LaSalle is that they are playing their level.
Own game, yes,
that's right.
own.
So they are dictating the pace rather than them actually, you know, following.
And that's why, when you look at these scores, they have really kept their team or their opponents at bay. And the top teams, the ones that really do very well, are like that. They don't play to the opponent's level. Which brings me to the point, a question earlier that I was wondering about prior to us starting this game, and when we were just, you know, loosely talking about games here in the UAAP. You've played the game many times, and you've been part of a championship. So you've been part of a team that is really good. When you go up against a weaker team, has there been any moment or situation where the coach, for lack of other motivation, outside motivation, you know, being number 1, going for the championship, but the challenge is you to keep teams that say, I don't want them scoring 15 and above.
Yes.
If you're really that good, don't let the opponent score 15 and above. Something like that. Do coaches do that in volleyball?
Sometimes they do, actually.
To challenge the
players.
Kahanap ng motivation. Ano?
Oh, but I'd say it's not, well, probably hindi siya every time.
Yes,
but they do it. You know, to challenge the team.
Test of your defense, aside from your sharpness on offense. And
actually, aside from that, one thing that is really being tested or yung napapractice talaga doon is the team minimizing their errors. Because usually, like if you're up against a, let's say, mas mahinang team, diba? Nadadala ka, or you have a tendency to relax. So you commit so many errors that you're not even supposed to be. Yung parang isang simpleng reception lang, nagkakamali ka. So it's just a matter of controlling.
Yes. Good point. As we said, LaSalle is one of the most focused, if not the most focused teams so far. I said this in the pregame for those who missed it. We've had a lot of players who've from LaSalle who've become best players for them. We have Jacalarca at one point, De Santos, Mercado, Kay Martinez, even Melissa Gohing, their libero, was at one point best player. Long rally ending with Stephanie Mercado, an error there. And all of them are saying the same thing. It's like they're trained. And I know they're not. It's like, it seems like they are saying, it's like in a blackboard na ito lang ang sabihin natin. We are not going to settle for anything less than a championship this year.
But I think, you know, it's one good thing that it's different kasi some teams have great players but they play for themselves or they play individually. But what's good is that Lasalle recognizes that they have to play well for the team.
Exactly. And it's so evident in all of their interviews, they have one goal, and that is to win it all in season 71. We will be back. We're a few seconds away from the resumption of the second set, but first let's talk to Trish Rocket. Trish, what do you have for us?
Bad news for fans of the DLSU Lady Spikers, but Celine Hernandez will not be able to play because of a stress fracture on her left ankle. She said that she started feeling pain on her ankle 3 weeks ago, and after an x-ray, they found out about the injury. Her return is still indefinite, but she'll have a second checkup on Monday for a second opinion. Celine is aching to play, and she shared that these days the Lady Spikers have a more tedious and hard training because they're looking forward to the playoffs. She said that it doesn't matter which team they are facing. What's important is that they show the same level of intensity every game. Boom and Ann?
Trish, before we let you go, I know she's still in uniform. We see her on the bench, and is there any reason why she's still in uniform knowing that she won't be able to play?
Well, Boom, apparently there's a rule that she can't stay on the bench if she's not in uniform. But a clear sign that she's not playing is she's wearing a watch and she doesn't have knee pads.
Okay. Great observation. I wonder what else she found out.
Her hair's not dyed.
Yeah, that's right.